Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being a viewer, for being a subscriber. I really appreciate you. Your vote of confidence in me and my team is you clicking the subscribe button. If you learned something new from this video, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Please enable notifications and please also click the like button. That is your vote of confidence in me and all the work that me and my team put in to bring you this important news. Thank you so much for watching. I did report this morning that the president on Fox News this morning said that they were working on, I quote, a bigger deal than airlines. Now, we are waiting for more information on what this exactly means. I'm waiting for announcements from US Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. I'm waiting for announcements from the White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, and the Speaker Pelosi is scheduled to do a press conference today. So I'll release that video as soon as I hear what Speaker Pelosi says. But where things stand right now is without another stimulus deal, individuals who are dependent on unemployment benefits will be left only with the state unemployment benefits. No boosters of any kind. Remember that the $600 a week booster ended in the end of July, which now seems like a lifetime ago. And the $300 a week booster with the lost wages assistance program that was set up by the president's executive order has already, it's long gone in many states. So the way things stand right now is that individuals are struggling, individuals need quick cash now, and many of my viewers and subscribers need money to pay rent, to put food on the table, to keep the lights on, and I completely understand that. In fact, according to a recent article, unemployment benefits may go down to just $5 a week without a stimulus deal. This is quite astonishing when we actually look at the numbers. Now, keep in mind that 48 hours ago, the president called off negotiations, and the president did indicate something different this morning on Fox, and news is emerging very rapidly. So I'll release videos. Keep looking for new videos on my channel as new information comes out, because this environment is changing so rapidly that sometimes by the time you watch one video, the video is, in a sense, the content, the news is already old news, simply because information is changing so rapidly. So one of the unique things with our channel is that if you subscribe and if you enable notifications, you'll get instant alerts from YouTube. And so make sure you please click like, you subscribe. Now, here's where things stand right now. Unemployed workers at this moment in time are just dependent on state unemployment benefits, and the current allotment of benefits from states in some cases is just $5 a week. That's it, just $5 a week. And even that money could disappear at the end of the year without legislation, because out of the 30 million Americans, almost 30 million Americans who are unemployed right now, half of them are on the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, the PUA program, the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, which is scheduled to expire at the end of December. So half of the individuals on unemployment benefits in the United States of America are scheduled to lose all their benefits at the end of December, pending any further legislation, which should then be signed into law by the president. So, it appears we're not getting another broad stimulus package at the moment. Unfortunately, I mentioned that this should be about economics because people need help, but instead this is about what I call legislative politics. In other words, people arguing about what should be in the legislation, people arguing about the language of the legislation, and then on top of that, there's the politics of the stimulus bill. In case you haven't noticed, there's an election coming up. The president wants to get re-elected. Former Vice President Joe Biden wants to get elected. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell wants to retain control of the Senate. House Speaker Pelosi wants to make sure Democrats take control of the Senate. And because of that, essentially, there's politics involved. There's an argument on the legislative language. There's ideological differences. The president has said that House Speaker Pelosi wants $2.4 trillion for aid for poorly run Democratic states. House Speaker Pelosi has said that the Republicans are not focusing on our heroes, are not focusing on testing, tracing, and children and healthcare. And so essentially, the two sides have several areas of disagreement. Now, again, let me be clear. Almost 30 million individuals are collecting unemployment benefits according to the Labor Department. And consistently for months, we've had more than 1 million individuals, in some cases less than 1 million individuals a week, filing for unemployment. So on average, states pay $305 a week. These are the basic state unemployment benefits, which is about $1,220 a month before tax, because remember, there's a tax component to all this. And I have done another video on taxation and unemployment benefits, so just check out the unemployment benefits playlist on our channel to learn more about that. But some states are paying significantly less. For example, in Louisiana and Mississippi, they paid just over $180 a week in unemployment benefits, which is $720 a month. That's it. And this is the lowest average among states, and some workers still get less. And a lot of states have a minimum and a maximum range of unemployment benefits. I have done another video on minimum and maximum unemployment benefits, so you want to check that out. And these ranges vary significantly by state. In fact, on your screen you'll see a chart that shows you the range of unemployment benefits that's broken down by state. You see state minimum and maximum weekly unemployment benefits without the additional $600 provided by the CARES Act, which did expire in the end of July. And these range from as low as $5 a week in the state of Hawaii to $1,234 in the state of Massachusetts. Blows my mind to see that. So let's take a look at this chart, and you'll see that sort of light blue icon. And let's take a look at that light blue icon, and you see the light blue icon shows you the minimum weekly unemployment benefit, which, as you can see, in the state of Hawaii is as low as $5 a week. And in the state of Massachusetts, if we take a look at that darker icon, let's go all the way to the right side of the screen. You'll see that for Massachusetts, that can be as high as $1,234 a week in Massachusetts, depending on your dependents, depending on your previous wage levels, things like that. Now, talk of a massive difference. In fact, reports are just coming in that jobless claims were worse than expected amidst a slowdown in hiring. This is brand new data that's coming in as I'm recording this video. So jobless claims were worse than expected this morning. First time claims for unemployment benefits totaled 840,000 last week, which is higher than expected. By the way, this is another sign that the economy is starting to cool down, and economists had been expecting 825,000 jobless claims, but instead there were 840,000. And claims for unemployment benefits have been consistently over 800,000 a week. Consistently for several weeks, and in some weeks they were over 1 million a week. By the way, data like this will put more pressure. I just want to be clear. Data like this will put more pressure on the president, will put more pressure on House Speaker Pelosi to do a deal. So again, let's take a look at this chart on your screen, which will actually show you the range of weekly unemployment benefits. In Hawaii, for example, that minimum is $5 a week. And just 9 states pay a minimum of over $100 a week. Just 9 states pay a minimum of over $100 a week. These states are Arizona, Kansas, Michigan, Montana, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Oregon, and Washington. Just 9 states pay a minimum of over $100 a week. And the US average of states' weekly unemployment benefits is $61 a week, which is approximately $244 a month. That's nothing. How can you live on that kind of money? I mean, you just can't. And so on your screen, you'll see another chart, which is the hourly wage equivalent of unemployment benefits. So what this means is, what this shows you is nearly half of the states pay unemployment benefits equal to less than the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour. And this assumes a 40-hour work week. So you can see that based on your average weekly benefits, that darker icon is based on average weekly benefit, and the lighter icon, which is to the right side of your screen, is based on the maximum weekly benefit. So let's take a look at the state of Massachusetts, for example. You would be getting right around $9 an hour. That would be the average weekly benefit, and you could be getting as high as close to $32 an hour in unemployment benefits if you were eligible for that amount, based on your wage levels, based on the number of dependents. So that is where things stand right now. And finally, here's a chart on your screen which shows you the share of lost wages replaced by unemployment benefits. So typically unemployment benefits replace about half of lost wages for the typical worker. The wage replacement rate, which means it's the share of the prior earnings. The higher the wage replacement rate, the more money you're getting. In other words, you made $30,000 a year, you're now getting $30,000 a year. That would be 100% wage replacement benefit, which is not going to happen. As you can see, the wage replacement rate varies from 30% to 70% on your chart, and some states have a much higher wage replacement rate. Some states are as low as 34% in the state of Arizona, which you can see in that really light color, the state of Arizona. And some states like Oregon are as high, and you can see Oregon in that really dark color, are as high as 65%. So that's where things stand right now. The two sides are still talking, and we're heading towards what I call as a fiscal cliff for unemployed individuals. The pandemic unemployment assistance program is going to end on the 31st of December, and that population who is dependent on the pandemic unemployment assistance program will just be cut off from unemployment benefits pending further legislation. So that's where things stand right now, everybody. Listen, I'm on your side. I am your advocate. For me, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm American. I'm on your side, and I'm trying to give you the data so you know exactly what's going on and you know how to prepare. Thank you for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream. I want to help you live your American dream. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. Now, keep in mind, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. You can get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000. This way you'll get added to our SMS alerts list moving forward. You can also get on our email list. Go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts to get added to our email list going forward. You can opt out of the SMS list or the email list at any point in time that you want. No problem about that. Now keep in mind, sometimes YouTube does not send out email notifications or notifications through the YouTube application. So what you can do is simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. This way you can visit our homepage and check out our videos at your own convenience. You're not dependent on YouTube notifications. You can also follow us on Instagram for exclusive content on Instagram. Ignition_time is our Instagram handle. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time, and you can get real-time breaking news alerts from us on Twitter much faster often than when we release these videos. So that's it. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Once again, please remember that we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week, and more often if we have breaking news and alerts. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.